Hosken Consolidated Investments is a black empowerment investment holding company with main interests in Sun, ETV and Cerdale. Hosken has a market cap of 13.4 billion rand, a price to earnings ratio of 11 and a dividend yield of 1%. Paul, Hosken Consolidated.
Yeah, the background to HCI is it was a very tired old investment company, but Johnny Copeland and Marcel Golding have taken it over. They have a historic relationship with the Clothing and Textile Workers Union, which is the controlling shareholder, but they've done well. They've really levered it into various opportunities where empowerment opportunities were at stake. So they've basically ended up the 36% shareholder of Tsogo we've just been discussing, and that took many years of moving and shaking and buying out other interests. And then they own and operate as an entirely independent operation, ETV, that's ENCA, and the associated media products. So I think that this group is going to further reorganize in years to come, possibly by unbundling its Tsogo stake and listing ETV as a standalone media group through the existing HCI shell. That's just my theory. I don't know if that's what Johnny's planning as well, but I think it's a good value unlock situation, and I mean, you can see it's hovered around that 80, 90 Rand share level. I think it goes northwards. It's setting up nicely for the 100 roll.
So, Chris, do you see somewhat of reorganizing coming through for this company in a few years to come, like Paul is saying?
Yes, I mean, if you look at this, this is a fairly big company already. 13 billion rand. It's not small beer by any stretch of the imagination, and there's an awful lot they can do with it. I mean, you look in there, you see coal companies, you see media companies, you see gambling, this, that. Now, there's no common thread that goes through it. So obviously, it's sitting on a bit of a discount. A holding company type discount. Now, to realize that value, you've got to kind of restructure, you've got to unlock some of that value. And I think the potential for doing so, as Paul says, is very, very high indeed. So I think there's some great opportunities there.
What I think is possible is the other 36% of Tsogo belongs to SAB Miller, which has got, you know, global ambitions. It's a 615 billion rand mega corporation. I feel they could be inclined to offload that. So that then could put HCI in a position to take that stake out. That is maybe being a bit adventurous with, you know, no real background to say such things. But I think if that happens, the media business is also attractive to me because ETV has got both a free-to-air as well as a broadcast channel, and that's well positioned, good advertising base there. So all things being equal, I think that happens. Remember, they also own 55% of that thing, Niveus, which they spun off. And Niveus in turn owns like national rights to do bingo, as well as that Vukani limited payout slots machine business. I think that could be interesting as well. Cerdale, I think, is really just a value unlock exercise. They had some properties there they were able to claw back from Cerdale's family. That's now been done, but Cerdale is a very challenged business. But I think they will managerially tidy up and just confine themselves to what really makes sense there. Does it represent a big value unlock opportunity? Yes, maybe. You know, I quite like situations like, you know, conglomerates that have got good management, good assets where they could unlock them in future years. So I'm quite attracted to this one.
So, Chris, I just wanted to get your view on what does Niveus mean for HCI?
Well, I think it comes back to what Paul is saying. You know, I think it's part of that. It's a different type of operation to Sun, but it does allow them to, at some point in time, do a bit of a big value unlock. So, no, I like this one as well.
So hot or not for you?
I think it's hot.
Paul?
Yeah, hot for me too.
So 2 hots on 8.